Hello, it's Romanosky from Calgary, Canada, shooting from the Lugnutz facility and being filmed by Aidan Goss. And at Lugnutz, we have quite a number of really nice late model, low kilometer vehicles for sale right now. This is the largest. This is a 2024 GMC SiERRA 3500 HD, and it's the AT4 package. So what this gives you is the 6.6 liter Duramax turbo diesel engine with 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque, coupled to an Allison 10-speed automatic transmission. Curb weight of around 7,000 pounds, a gross vehicle weight of around 12,000 pounds, towing capacity of 20,000 pounds. And if you do some light math, that means you've got about 4,000 pounds payload capacity in the rear, along with passengers. So this is sort of, I would say, the biggest non-commercial truck you can get from GMC. Any bigger than this, not going to have the luxury amenities. Okay, so in addition to all of that power and all of that torque and all of that payload capacity, etc., the vehicles are fully optioned, and they're basically luxury vehicles as well. So this would be the perfect vehicle for somebody who, you know, needs to haul a big fifth wheel or a big travel trailer, or you know, is towing some serious equipment around, but also wants a nice place to, like, you can make a nice home office or whatever. So this particular vehicle, we'll just get the key here, is it's a one-owner vehicle. It's actually owned by one of the partners or investors of Lugnutz, so we know the individual. Nothing bad ever happened to it, and it's just that he's not in the country very much anymore. So 37,000 kilometers from new, and this truck would be, if you went to the dealership to buy it new, there wouldn't be any because there are none available. There's still supply chain issues. The first thing we're going to do is going to measure it, because I know lots of people are going to want to know how wide it is and how tall and how long the bed is and so on. So I'll actually get a measuring tape and do that. Then we can go and look at some of the equipment that's in it, standard equipment and optional equipment. And then we can also just do a cursory walk around. There's actually no meaningful flaws, but we'll demonstrate that. Okay, so we'll just basically give you a presentation of this vehicle. It's for sale at Lugnutz right now, and I think it ticks all the boxes for a used car. It's well equipped, it looks nice, no accidents, no paint work, dealer serviced, all the relevant recalls are done, windshield isn't cracked, you know, and yet, so it shows as an almost new vehicle. You have to look pretty hard to find any flaws, and it's a meaningful saving from new. And critically, you know, you can buy this now and drive away, whereas if you go into a GM dealership, they're going to have to order the vehicles. Let's just do our measuring first. Mirrors. I know the website says it's about 82 inches wide without the mirrors. And it does, in fact, appear to be 82 inches wide with the mirrors folded. So I think that's including this part of the mirror here, that they're including that with the 82 inches wide, okay? So if you have an opening that's 83 inches, it looks like you can get this truck through, but the mirrors add you know, there's another 2 feet of mirrors on this car. Okay, so let's measure the bed now. So this is looks like it's an 83-inch bed. The vehicle is about, I'm 6 foot, just under 6'1". It's way taller than I am. 82-inch height for the vehicle. If I take the distance, you know, if you wanted to haul something in the back, the interior, I've got at least 5 feet and a little bit. So you can get a a 5-foot item like in the passenger floor. Okay. It looks like there's 9 inches underneath the rear differential. Okay, so I can't think of anything else other than that to measure. I will bring out my paint meter for those interested if it has the original paint, and we're looking for paint depth on an original car or vehicle of, something in the mid-hundreds. There is PPF on the first third of the hood, so obviously that's going to be different. So I've got 117 micrometers, so that's 0.117 of a millimeter, and then I've got probably another 200 micrometers of film, or another 100 and so micrometers of film. So 250 micrometers with the film, around 100 in mid-hundreds. Now these numbers fluctuate a little bit depending on the way the paint is laid down and settles on the metal, but we'll just look for consistency. So that's 106, 121, 105, 114, 106, 110, 92, 134, 137, 111. It's tailgate metal. 104, 101, 130, 121, 133, 89, 109, 89, 133, 124, 149, 180, 149, 148, 133, 120, 260. This is on the 3M, so, or the PPF. So 132 here and 292 there. Okay, so we have a one-owner truck with a clean CARFAX with original paint throughout. Let's just have a look at some of the equipment. I think all this is on the website, but we can have a look. I think this car has smoked signal lights, which were an option. I know that vehicles, if they're wider than a certain dimension, they need the 3 lights up top. So you see that with not very many trucks actually have that. Hummers and I think Raptors have that, and this one as well. Obviously a pretty bold front grille, LED lights. We can see the red recovery hooks. We have the ultrasonic parking sensors. If we look in the windshield at the top, we can see a camera there. So that indicates that the vehicle has driver aids, including lane departure warning and so on. We've also got a front camera there. We've got the ultrasonic there. We've got a front camera for the grille. We have surround cameras. We have cameras that are set up for trailering. So the whole suite of cameras all over the truck. Behind here somewhere there's a radar for adaptive cruise. There'll also be radar in the rear for blind spot assist. And we can see that these would be the indicators here for blind spot assist. And of course you need big mirrors if you're towing to tell you what's around the back of the trailer. And then in the rear, we'd also again have another camera in the rear. So there's cameras front and the rear. I imagine there's cameras under here too. Yeah, so cameras in the mirrors. So if you stitch all those cameras together, then you can come up with the bird's eye view. And then you can select that in the cab. Walking around the vehicle, we have the optional retractable running boards, which for this car, even if you're tall, you need them. We have about, must be about 130 liter fuel tank. We have some side steps, make it easier to get in the box here, and also here, and a handle. We have a split tailgate with 2 buttons here, and we can hit this one and just do the top if we need to put something in, or hit this one and do the whole thing. And then if we do that, then part of this somehow or other makes a step. How does it make a step? There we go. All right. Well, that's pretty convenient. So then it's easy to mount up. And so this is the Revolver X4S bed liner. So then this thing rolls up. So that's I mean, I haven't seen this bed liner before, but that's pretty convenient. And we've got the truck bed, you know, the coating for the truck bed, and we've got sort of all the tie downs. We've got lights in here. What else do we have? This is power. Yeah, so we've got a socket for, who knows what that is, trailer socket. And looks like a household 120 volt power. Okay, so all that's pretty convenient. What does this do? Was that like a handle?
Yeah, it's a grab handle.
Oh yeah, well there you go. All right, so that is fairly convenient then, getting up into this thing. Okay, so wheels are 20-inch all-season tires. They're probably original to the car. These are 275 65 R20s. We still have a decent amount of tread depth in here. You can maybe focus in on that. With 1,000 pound-feet of torque, you're going to go through tires on this car. So we have a black interior and then full leather interior, of course. And we've got the, I think, Kalahari beige, I think is what they call the light tan. So that looks nice. And then we've got a kind of a carbon weave look interior trim. Storage behind the seats there. And okay, so back here we've got the USBs, both kinds, the A and B, or A and C, sorry. We have heated rear seats in the car, LED lighting. We've got an electric rear window, power mirrors, power doors, memory setting for everything. Looks like these are 14-way seats. We've got electronic parking brake here. We've got the modes for 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and a trailer mode. We have the lighting systems, the dimming, automatic lights, high beam and low beam. That's here. We have a heads-up display, which shines on the windscreen. Okay, it does not have a sunroof, but the area for the sunroof is carved out for a little bit more headroom. Not that this truck needs it. Well, there's lots of storage. You know, two big glove boxes here. Big storage in the center. There's a phone charger. You know, as you'd expect, a big tray for odds and ends and so forth. USBs. You know, LED lighting under here. Okay, so there's that. We have various, I guess this would be the setting for our trailer brake controller, which is there. Cup holders, of course. We have an exhaust brake, lane departure warning. We can turn off our parking sensors. We have a power tailgate, hazards, turns the stability control off. That would be, looks like that's downhill speed descent, which you can take your foot off the pedals and just let the vehicle crawl down. Dual zone climate control. We have, there's our engine start and stop, and then the big infotainment screen. Lots of different configurations for the surround view camera. you know, tire pressure monitoring systems. I mean, the usual stuff you'd expect on a $100,000 truck is here. It looks like it's pre-wired for GM's OnStar system. This is the control for the power rear window. We have our steering wheel controls. We have a heated steering wheel and the usual controls for the adaptive cruise control, etc. Hands-free, and lots of different configurable information on both of these screens. And so we've got heated and cooled seats as well. So I was looking for that. I can't think of anything that it's missing. I mean, if you get into like serious luxury cars, they have like, you know, whatever, hot stone massage seats and perfume that they you know, emit into the air, and they have, you know, they have gesture recognition where you can like make some silly gesture and have the car do something, but a whole lot of stuff that, you know, nobody's ever going to care about or ever use. So I would say that this truck is equipped with you know, all the power accessories like power tailgate, power running boards, all the infotainment, connectivity. You know, it's got all that stuff. Got all the safety aids. You know, the driver aids, pedestrian detection, blind spot assist, adaptive cruise control, etc. You know, full leather interior, nicely done. I mean, it's a nice place to be. There's lots of room in here to work, or lots of room for your kids. It's obviously a giant vehicle, and Bose, it has the Bose sound upgrade and so on. So how do you summarize this truck? Well, it's, you know, there's significant supply chain issues, and you know, it's hard to buy a truck at a dealer, and when you go to the dealer and buy the truck, you know, it can be a real pain because they try to load it up, you know, make you pay for a whole bunch of stuff you may not want, and inflate the price of the car, and then you might, or the truck, and then you might have to wait for it, etc. So one thing about this truck is that, you know, it's available and you can just buy it now and drive off. This is owned privately, and so like I said, it's one of the investors of Lugnutz, and so there's no GST payable on this car. I had to think about that for a minute. There's no GST payable on this. So I think if you went to a GM dealer and wanted to order this truck, it's $130 before you get your keys and get on the road. So this one is definitely a big saving from that. It's a 2024, and it looks to me like it has all the latest infotainment, safety, driver aids, as well as all the hardcore truck stuff, like, you know, the powerful turbo diesel engine, 1,000 pound-feet of torque, 20,000 pound towing capacity, 4,000 pounds in the bed, and so on. So I think it's a good buy if you're looking for something like this, and I hope it sells quickly because it's really big. And we can get more cars in here if we sell this one. So with that, Lawrence Romanosky and Aidan Goss from Lugnutz in Calgary, and our 2024 GMC SiERRA 3500 HD AT4 Duramax for sale. 37,000 kilometers. So with that, please like and subscribe. Let us know if we can show you this truck. Thank you. Bye-bye.